Hello, you beautiful 44 teethers. Now, last week I had a very lucky, very exclusive opportunity to sit down with Suzuki MotoGP's Alex Rins. And of course, now he's a MotoGP winner. So, very lucky to do so, like I said. Now, we had a Zoom call and we had some Facebook questions, we had some YouTube members' questions, and he answered your questions. So, bit of a heads up though, he was stuck in an apartment where the internet wasn't working in Portugal, so he had to use his phone and 4G. So the visual isn't perfect and it stutters a bit, but look, just bear with us, okay? This is like I said, a very exclusive opportunity to talk to Alex Rins, and we had some people moaning about Joan Mir, his audio. Look, it is what it is. We can't help it. So sit back and enjoy. Thank you. Okay, Alex, thank you so much for joining us. As with Joanne last week, I'm sure after lockdown you're really busy riding bikes and getting fit again. And what have you been up to? What have you been doing recently?
Well, I'm good, thank you. Sincerely, this lockdown was a bit hard for me, but I think for all the people, no. Now, since maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago, the place where I live is Andorra. They allowed us to train a little bit on the karting that they have. They allowed to go out another countries, like for example to Montmeló to train. And sincerely now I'm here in Portugal, in Portimao, training with my GCX 1000 Suzuki.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm training like almost every day.
So let's rewind to 2019. I mean, it's fair to say that 2019 was a pretty good year for you. I mean, were you happy? I mean, and first off, can you describe that feeling in America, in COTA, when you crossed the line?
Well, that feeling was amazing for me. It was unbelievable. Get my first win in my career in MotoGP was like unbelievable. I was so happy, and yeah, I think I will always remember that victory.
Which one was your favourite? Was it Silverstone or was it America?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say because for sure the first one is crazy for me. It's like my first win. But the race in Silverstone, fighting with Mark like every lap, was also amazing. So it's difficult.
And would you say that, you know, the aliens of previous years, would you say that going into this season, I suppose it's very different now for you guys, but going into the future rounds now, maybe 2020, 2021, do you think that there is no such thing as aliens anymore? Obviously, you've got Mark, who is looking strong, but do you see that, you know, you've got a load of riders there that can win races and that the aliens thing has gone?
I don't know. For sure, previous years, no, was like one or two riders like winning, no, all the races. Last year, Mark was a bit faster than everyone, but was like I win some races. Also, Fabio was there, Dovizioso, Maverick. You know, I think year by year, the speed is going like faster and higher, and the level is getting very, very high.
So we have some reader questions, some viewer questions. So I'll get straight on with them. So Martin Sanders says, can you describe the system for spotting and bringing through young riders in the country? It's obviously Spain. But I'll adapt that question slightly. Why do you think personally that the Spanish riders are coming through so well?
Well, I think we start very young, and like our federation, no?
Yeah.
Federación, our federation give us like a bit of help, and also the kartings. I don't know. I think in Spain if you go on the weekend to the karting, you can see like a lot of riders. And I remember by myself, we've been like every weekend on the karting with a lot of riders that now are in the World Championship, no? Like Alex Marquez, Arenas, Maverick, Oliveira.
How often are you training? So Alexander Hastings says, how often are you training on other bikes outside of MotoGP? So what is your level of sort of gym work compared to the time you ride and spend on dirt bikes and mini
Yes,
bikes, etc.?
sincerely, before this lockdown, I was doing like 2 times per week moto. I mean, dirt track or supermoto. But from this lockdown, after this lockdown, I did like a couple of times trainings in Catalonia in Montmeló with my Suzuki bike, the big one. And now I'm here in Portugal for 1 week training with this bike, training with the supermoto bike, with the motocross bike.
And is that circuit, is Portimao a good base then? So you've got the go-kart track, you've got the big track, you've got some good kind of areas to ride on dirt track. Is it a perfect place for you to train?
Well, I think yes. Sincerely, it's the first time I arrived 2 days ago, and it's the first time I visit this area, and it's unbelievable. Here I have like a big track. I have also karting, flat, motocross, quite nice.
And it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on this. We did a test with Bradley Smith probably 3-4 years ago at Portimao, and he said that MotoGP will never go there because it's too dangerous. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't think it's dangerous. It's difficult track because always going up, going down. But I think dangerous. It's not dangerous.
Would you like to see MotoGP go there? Perhaps?
I would like to see MotoGP here. Yes,
okay.
yes. Will be interesting, no?
Yeah. A lot of the questions are based around electronics, and a lot of people who don't ride race bikes, they go, "Oh, ban electronics! They're rubbish." You know, the racing would be so much.
Well, yeah, we have a lot of electronics on our MotoGP bike, for sure. With less electronics, you are riding faster. I mean, if you have a lot of traction control, you can open the throttle like in the middle of the corner and start to cut the power, and it's difficult to crash. Or for example, with anti-wheelie, you can put a lot of anti-wheelie, but then the bike is not fast enough. You understand? So you need to have like low controls and fight with your body to be fast, to have the front wheel on the floor.
And I was chatting to Joanne last week, and he was saying that the first time he rode a MotoGP bike, the team turned all the electronics off. Was it the same for you?
Yeah. It was the same for me. Quite difficult to ride in Valencia without any electronics. I remember with the 4th year, the bike was doing wheelie, so was nice experience.
James Rainey says, "Would you rather race at Donington or Silverstone?"
I never ride in Donington.
Huh?
I would like to try, because I saw some videos on YouTube, and it's like quite up and down track also. But I need to ride. I never ride there.
I thought you ridden on the early days. No, okay.
No.
Scott Clark says, "What will be the hardest thing to remaster after having so much time off a MotoGP bike?"
I think nothing. For sure,
nice.
first lap will be difficult. It's a little bit difficult to touch with the elbow, but sincerely, I think nothing.
So John Patrick says, "What do you think about Valentino Rossi going to Petronas and not retiring? Do you think he still has to go?"
For sure, I prefer I prefer him in Petronas than in home.
Yeah.
Because riding with him, it's always nice. You learn something. He's like very he have a lot of ambition, no, and for sure he's like they compare us, but he's going still fast.
So Christopher Bjorkman says, what are the main changes from the bike from 2019 to this year?
Changes a little bit, like everything. We have like a different chassis. Also, the engine, they improve a little bit. They improve a lot the electronic side. We have like a bit different design of the winglets. Yeah.
So you think you're good to go for this year? You think you're ready?
Yeah, for sure. I'm more ready than ever. But why no? Because we improved the bike, not 1 second, but some tenths, just in two circuits, no? So I think our bike have a lot of potential, more than the last year.
Great. Well, Alex, we'll leave it there. Thanks for your time, and good luck in Jerez and the rest of the season. Thank you.
Thank you very much.